Okay, I figured out my key to success, now I'm locked in. I learned how to open doors like a locksmith. I'm uptown, I'm the one they wanna shop with. Run off with the bag even though we don't shoplift. All that gun talk y'all want, I'm not with. It's not cool, everybody got them long clips. You gon' mess around and get one of your dogs hit. And when you do, I hope you know you're not John Wick.
What up? Appreciate you locking in with us. I'm Atwood. Killer to my left here, DK. Over the weekend, eventful
weekend, man. Like, what's the we made a bet.
What was the bet?
No, we made a bet on that.
Yeah. I thought that
night, man.
So yeah, we did make a bet. We bet on the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. DK just gave me money with that one. Listen, I get it, dude. We all wanted Mike Tyson to win. I get it. But I just knew he wasn't going to. I compare him to the Patriots. You know, back in the day. Nobody wanted the Patriots to win except for the Patriots fans, but we just knew that they were going to win.
Did you hear John Jones after? He's like, dude, we thought, you know, he duped us. Said he was showing all those highlight videos, and I was like, oh, man, the old Mike is banging. He's like, and then we get there. He's like, and then he shows us his ass. Yeah. He's like, come on, Mike.
Yeah, that was funny. But also, though, like, he definitely had a hurt knee. I mean, he stumbled walking out. Something was going on with that. And I caught it right before, like, I think Roy Jones Jr. started talking about it.
Yeah. His legs weren't underneath. And, dude, he might be, you know, I just found out. I just got my results from my knee on Monday, and I have a horizontal meniscus tear. And
is that considered the bucket handle tear?
No, not that. So, you know, I go through the VA for everything, right? And it's like,
takes forever.
It takes forever, man. So I just messaged my doctor trying to get an appointment for orthopedic surgery. Does that mean?
Yeah, I guarantee you, it's my friend. Yep, it's my friend from England.
From England,
dude. Right now in England, it's like 2 p.m. So he's just. But anyway.
Wow, man. Tea and crumpets, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. What were you saying?
That sounds just like it, right?
Kind of. Well, the thing about England is there's a different accent every other block.
It is, man. I knew good friend of mine. I trained with Liam McGeary, the former 205 Bellator champ, back in the tournament days. Remember the tournament days of Bellator, bro, where they had to fight for the belt?
Yeah, I remember that with the UFC.
Well, no, yeah, but I'm like, Bellator, that was it, dude. You had a 170-pound tournament, right? And all these 170-pounders, they're fighting, boom, 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 to get now they're getting their shot for the championship belt. You know, it's pretty neat little. I like the setup. You know, I fought in Bellator, obviously.
Right.
I fought a night of a 170-pound tournament, and then I fought a night of I want to say a 35-pound tournament or something like that. Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Nice.
But anyways, where were we at again?
We're going over the Tyson thing.
The Tyson thing, shit.
So we're talking about his
then your phone started blowing up all over the place, man.
Next thing you know,
God,
like DK
we're doing tea and
Brit.
crumpets.
So yeah, Tyson. It did look like there was a couple times though, and I'll be honest, I don't think it was fixed or anything, but I did feel like Tyson pulled a couple of them punches.
I think they both did, bro. I think they both pulled some bunches.
I think Jake did for sure. Once he realized that Mike just wasn't like in there, you know, he stopped. Yeah. He stopped really throwing. But there was a couple times.
Man, I was sad, dude.
Well, yeah. Did you see like the shots of? Well, first of all, the Netflix production was horrible.
Horrible.
It kept
everybody
buffering every 2 seconds.
Everybody's like, Mike Tyson's punch out, and it shows the graphics from Mike Tyson's punch out.
That's how it looked, bro.
I was like, oh my God, I saved it.
I'm sure they'll get it together. It's Netflix, but that was the production was horrible.
We wasn't ready.
Yeah, they weren't. But from what I could see, I didn't see the corner shots of Mike when he was like grimacing until after the fight. I don't know what he was grimacing about. If you watched Netflix and you haven't gone back to rewatch it, I'm sure you didn't see it either.
I think it was after the very first round he did that.
Really?
Yeah. I remember him doing this, something like that. I remember because, I mean, I was like there, and I was just like, after the first round, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. How about the first 15 seconds though? That fool came out, man. He came out, and so for me, I was like, "Oh, sweet," But how long can it last, right? Because the 20-second clips you see online are 20
his
seconds.
legs, man. He just didn't have his agility that he usually had, man. And like obviously, in his highlights, I was like, "Oh man, he's got that peekaboo style, right?" And he just didn't do the peekaboo style at all, man. I'm like, dude, you get in there on Jake Paul, you're gonna rip him apart because he stands tall. Jake is he stands taller, obviously, than Mike, right? And that was where Mike had a lot of he'd get inside on guys, and they didn't know how to deal with that,
right?
Because they're bigger, taller guys.
Yeah, and like Mike Tyson has always been very good with his ability to bob and weave quickly.
Yeah,
like that dude
head
is
movement,
so fast.
Head movement. It's called the slip bag, and man. My first boxing coach made me use a slip bag, and it helped me so much. My first fight didn't look that way, but until I got a boxing coach, and he made me do that stuff. He had rocks in an old speed bag. He had old speed bag outer leather part. He had rocks and sand in it. He tied it up. His name's Jared Robinson. Sacred Boxing on Instagram is his name. I think he's got about 20,000 followers. We should get him on here. But, dude, he would swing this thing. I'd be in his garage in Sumter, South Carolina. He'd be swinging this thing, and, man, it'd smack you in the back of the head because it's swinging forwards as you're moving, and you got to have that rhythm to where when it comes back, it's just barely missing you, just barely skimming your ear. Boom, as you pull in your head. Boom. And getting this rhythm down. Boom, boom, boom. And then you start throwing punches with the head movement and everything, too. And Mike Tyson's style is peekaboo style, which is more here. That's why I think he was also biting his glove. They kept talking about that
to keep it stationary,
keep his hands up.
That's what I thought too.
Yep.
But he said that he's always done that.
Biting fixation.
Yeah, but he said he's always bit his gloves.
Always bit, and that's what the Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah, the commentator.
The commentator, and people don't know Mauro Ranallo is a commentator. Sean Wheelock, who they had on there, who was talking about the CompuBox scores and the judging or different things like that. Sean Wheelock, that was the commentator for when I fought in Bellator. Him and Sean Wheelock and that other dude, I can't remember his name.
The one that came from the UFC. That was before the UFC.
Yeah.
Before he came over.
Yeah.
That guy is Mike Gold.
No, not Goldie. Not Goldie.
No?
Different dude. Anyways, Sean Winlock, he was the announcer when I fought in Bellator, man. Anyways, Mauro Ranallo was the announcer for Pride back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you could tell from his voice that dude has an incredible
voice, and the way his analogies and metaphors.
Yeah.
He just cranks out like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just always follows it up. It's almost like that, good night, Irene.
Whenever they did the shot of like the three of them in front of the ring talking, the dude reminded me of John Anik because John Anik is so animated with like his body movements. He's always like leaning over and talking. Like,
and
they're kind of the same.
Like deep throat in the microphone.
But what about, did you watch the Serrano fight?
I did.
Katie Taylor?
I did. So
that was a good fight.
Katie Taylor, I was rooting for Katie Taylor at the beginning because, like, if you look at her head coach is this dude named Ross Ename. And if you go to rosstraining.com, he has a bunch of different things like, it's called like Never Gymless. He was really hot on YouTube for a while, and this was going around over emails like, wow, like and MySpace and different things like this back in the day. And it was this dude just crushing workouts, like jumping rope, like so fast, and having a weight vest on, doing ab wheels, the ab wheel thing that rolls out, doing it from his feet, standing with two weight vests on. 2 20-pound weight vests on, doing the ab wheel all the way out to where he's flat and then coming back up on his feet, not his knees, his feet, and not doing pull-ups, doing rope climbs out in Connecticut out in the winter, like doing these hardcore. And he created these, and he was a boxer, former boxer, but he injured his hands or something like that, and he had to stop boxing. And he's from Connecticut. But if you follow him on Instagram, he's got a bunch of his stuff on Instagram as well. He was in her corner, and I was just like, oh, Katie Taylor's going to smoke this chick. But, you know, their fight before that wasn't necessarily the same either. You know what I'm saying? It was very close, too.
So was this
like,
one.
Here's the thing, is like, Katie Taylor couldn't keep up with her.
I don't know. I feel like she could.
She could, but like she was trying to get in on her, right? That girl was just, she was faster than her. Why? Because she was smaller. Yeah. She was smaller and she was a little bit faster. She was used to, Katie Taylor's trying to use her power and bully her around the ring with her head. You know, that's why she was getting in trouble with her leading with her head. Because she was trying to get in there to wear that girl out a little bit and maybe make her tie up. And then Katie Taylor come, boom, 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 beat her up on the inside. You know, here I am. He beat my microphone up.
Yeah, it's the headbutts were an issue, man. They were. And I mean, look at Serrano's eye because of
that. And so
that sucks.
And Roy Jones Jr. and all that's the thing that you'll have with that opposite style boxing, right? Like southpaw, you know. But Katie was leading with her for sure.
Yeah.
It sucks. It took so many warnings before they took a point. I don't think Katie Taylor won. But let's go back to Ross.
Yeah.
He has some books, dude. He's what I'd use in Iraq, Afghanistan, and then when I got home and I started preparing for fights and everything, it would be a lot of the same workouts he would lead. There's one book he's got called Infinite Intensity. Now it's like a PDF. You can get it's like $13, man, and it tells you all about the workouts that you're doing, everything. It explains all, and at the end it has a 50-day program. And it breaks down these workouts, and it's called by infinite intensity, meaning like max death, right? Like one is, 100 sledgehammer swings, right? It's like trying to do sledgehammer swings for 100 reps, And then another one, it's called Magic 50, where it's 5 kettlebell snatches each arm, 5 kettlebell swings each arm, and then 10 burpees. And you do that for 5 sets. And you do that as fast as you possibly can. And it's just like a fight, right? It's where the gas pedal is all the way down. But I saw just knowing his background in that, I was like, man, this girl's going to come in shape. It's going to be a fight, Yeah. And it was just not that way.
Yeah, it was a close fight. I do feel like, especially after the point was taken for the headbutt, I feel like I thought Serrano was going to win.
Yeah.
But then again, like I thought,
dude, and she was like piecing her up. So, and she was throwing more, and she was also landing.
She landed more too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing in boxing, right? Like it's different.
Yeah.
Than MMA
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't a judge, but I did feel like.
And then, so let's go to the John Jones fight, man.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I fell asleep. Before the Michael Chandler fight, dude.
Wow.
I've been dealing with like sinus stuff and congestion, and I'm way better today. But for the past couple of days, I've been a wreck. But yeah, I started feeling it on Saturday night, and I went to sleep, and then I woke up to everything. So I didn't see any of those 2 fights.
John, let's first round, took down Stipe and just
took him down.
Yeah, and just kept him flat on his back, elbows, and I don't know how. And they were talking about this in the commentary. I don't know how he didn't cut open Stipe at the beginning.
You don't know how he cut him open?
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't.
Oh.
He cut him open because his jab was catching Stipe on the same side. I want to say it was his right side. Stipe's orthodox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was boom, kept catching him right here, and he started bleeding underneath his eyes. But you know, he had rocked him before that, spinning back kick. You know, he had rocked him before that. And it
What
was
round did it end in?
Third round, player.
Third round.
I said it was gonna be within 3.
Yeah, and then I made the bet that it was going to be after the third round.
What'd you think it was gonna be?
I mean, I knew that John would win, and I thought that John would finish him.
Oh, word.
For the
Here's the
sake
thing
of
about
making
John.
a bet, I made that
Yeah.
bet.
Yes, for sure.
You know,
And just like I made the bet for
exactly. And I was hoping, like, maybe
Yeah.
I'll get lucky and I'll make it.
So
past
John
the
Jones,
third.
man, if you've watched the history of his fight, he always starts out slow.
Yeah.
He's always just
Yeah.
like, he doesn't rush. Well, you ever seen, you got to watch the Stephen Bonner fight.
But that's a young John
Oh,
Jones,
my
too, man.
gosh.
That is a young
Dude.
John Jones.
He was brand new in the UFC. I'm like, this dude's about to get smoked by Stephen Bonner, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, he's only got a year and a half experience. And you're like, what? And then he is just. I remember watching that live, dude. I watched that live, and I was like,
I remember
holy
watching
crap.
him fight Lyoto Machida live and Rampage.
Yeah.
And whenever he finished Machida, well, first Machida had him in that armbar, and it was
Yeah.
a deep armbar, and he picked
Yeah.
him up and he got out of it, and then he got him in the standing guillotine against the fence.
Yeah,
and
and
put him
then
to
just
sleep, and then
dropped
just
him.
dropped him. To this
The
day, I'm
guy's
like, did
just-
he know that he had to have known he was out when he did that?
For
Just
sure.
let him fall like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
It's kind
100%.
of fucked up. But.
No, dude. Dude, drop the mic, walk away, man.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
Hey, man.
It's not like there was bad
We're
blood there.
fighting, dude.
Yeah,
You're
I get it,
fighting,
but at that point, the fight is over,
I
D.
don't care, man.
I don't fucking
Drop
care.
him, bro.
We'll do it in the locker room.
Drop him.
Get it
Boom.
on again.
It's like, I just won. What are you going to do? No?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's
man.
like, he is like,
cold-hearted.
he's the good guy on the camera, right?
Yeah.
But man, you get John Jones out.
Yeah. Get him a couple
Give
tequilas.
him a couple tequila. Nah, maybe he's slowed down. But he just like, it was just what, last year?
I don't know, man. So many things have happened with John Jones, dude. It's like there's been so many occurrences.
But
I
I mean-
can't believe he's still fighting.
Dude, here's what I can't believe. The guy used to go get like wasted the night before. Strip
sure it was the
clubs.
night before?
It was the week.
Yeah, it was the week. It was the week prior.
Week
Like he would go
prior,
get
my
fucked
bad.
up and like do a
It
bunch of coke and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And because it
go
was a
part
built-in
and get
excuse if he
drunk.
lost.
Yes.
Said that so that if he lost, he could blame it on that.
Crazy.
Yeah, but whenever you think of that, right? There's definitely been times in my life where I've done not the same thing, obviously, but I've done that to myself because
Yeah.
I was scared of failing.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like I give myself
self-sabotage.
a built-in excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
self-sabotage.
So it's like, well, if I do fail, then and it's not even for me, for myself, because in my head I know what I've done, right? But it's for everybody else,
Absolutely. So you can post it on social media. So you have
or
a
not
excuse
even
in
that.
front.
It's just so
That's
that
when
people will be like,
ask
oh,
you.
he lost because of this circumstance. He
partying.
can't help.
Yeah.
You know?
But how crazy is it? The dude is still just crushing everybody, and his only loss is they should overturn that, by the way, since they've changed rules.
I thought they did. I guess not. But I mean, to the fans and to the promotion, it was never a loss.
Matt
anyway.
Hamill, who's who we're talking about. If you guys don't know, Matt Hamill is
He was deaf.
He was a deaf,
Great
just
wrestler.
great wrestler. Not a great striker,
No.
but like him and John Jones fought, and John Jones was in full mount on him, and threw a 12-6 elbow at him at the same time to go boom. You know, it's like it had some arc on it. Like they say, if it has any arc at all, and you have to going down like that, you have to have arc. You know, if you're trying to hit somebody in between your legs,
Yeah.
you have to have some arc on it. But
Yep.
anyways, they stopped the fight and DQ'd him for a 12-6 elbow.
Yeah, because it led to an injury
Yeah.
that where Matt couldn't continue, and it was already late in the fight. It was after the halfway point, so therefore.
No, it was before the halfway point because it couldn't.
I thought if it's before the halfway point, then it's no contest.
All right, yeah, maybe not. I don't remember. Yeah, it was maybe the third round. I can't remember either. I have to look into that.
But that's probably to this day one of the only people that could match John Jones wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's how it ended.
Well, I mean, Rashad Evans couldn't.
No.
I mean, the greatest guys in the world haven't been able to match him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It would be really, I don't think this is going to happen. Just Alex Pierre, I don't think he's
I don't think it's going to happen either. I think if John fights again, he's going to fight Tom because that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I guess. I mean,
I can't get hyped for it.
I can't either,
because
man.
there's been a couple times where I'm like, if anybody can beat John, this is the dude, and then he fucking destroys him. So it's like, at this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. Love John Jones. I think he's the GOAT. At this point, I don't even care to see him fight again because I already know the result.
That's the way.
Unless I'm betting money on it.
Well, that's the way it was for Anderson Silva for the longest, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, Chris Lieben's gonna beat this dude's ass, man. You know, when that was his first fight. Do you know that?
Chris Liebens?
Chris Lieben. No, that was Anderson Silva's first fight in the UFC. Was Chris Lieben.
Really?
Yes, it was a Ultimate Fight Night.
Damn.
It was like at the Hard Rock or something like that in Vegas. You know, I can't remember where I think it was the Hard Rock they used to do it there. Anyways, freaking just KO'd his ass, dude, and did that little dance he does, bro. And I was like, oh man. And then next thing you know, his next fight, knockout. And you're like, what is this? Who is this dude, man? You know what I'm saying? And then boom, knockout, and then triangle, and then submission. It's like, and then you go, oh, the guy's got fucking 30 fights. You know, he's fought in Pride. He's fought in Cage Wars. He fought in England.
Yeah.
You know? So
he's definitely the greatest of his era, Anderson Silva.
Have you ever seen he threw a step in back elbow in England at the I think it's called Cage Warriors to Tony Fricklin. Tony Fricklin fought in UFC back in the early days too.
Yeah, I didn't see
back in like anyways, he's there and he goes boom and steps in and throws a back, like, so he's standing there, comes down and then just boom hits him underneath the chin like an uppercut elbow, right? Mm-hmm. And boom, lights out. I think this is Anderson Silva. I think he's the only person I've ever seen knock somebody out with an up kick. I can't remember who he did it to. Lyoto Machida's done that before.
Has he?
Yeah.
Did you know that he would drink his own urine?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy.
Apparently, it's like super healthy.
No, it's not. There's not bacteria in it. It's everything that your body's getting rid of.
That's what I would think. But apparently, like, it was
sterile.
Well, apparently it had something to do with, like, you could get away with it for 2 rotations or whatever you want to call cycles.
So yeah, if you're like, obviously if you're dehydrated, right, and that's your last thing.
So what if you have like a super clean diet and everything's still bad?
Just not. I don't think. Yeah, man, it's not good for you. At all. So
that was a weird turn.
So where are we at again? John Jones.
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk about this too because they made some announcements for some upcoming fights. You know, did you see the Bo Nickel fight?
Didn't
and Paul Craig. I didn't see that one either, but I saw that Bo had won, but a lot of people talk shit about it. So I don't know. I guess I wasn't excited.
So here's the thing about like guys that grappled. They want to prove that their hands are good.
So is that what he did? He tried to stand with Paul Craig and then it wasn't working out or something?
No, that's all he did.
Oh, he didn't try to wrestle at all. Well, dude, people sleep on Paul Craig's grappling, man. Like the guy's a grappler, you know?
Yeah, so that's the thing about, you know, more I got into I liked hitting mitts, right? Like, and you fall into this hitting mitts routine other than doing drills, and then you're used to hitting mitts, and like we need to be doing functional type sparring, right? Like you need to be doing some sparring, but not like necessarily all out sparring. You got to can't be just hitting mitts all the time, because you get used to that range, you get used to that distance, you get used to your coach calling out the combinations and you not reacting, and so I don't know. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. They made the Saquon. Is it Saquon Buckley? Well, I always want to call him Saquon Barkley, so I get the name mixed up. What is it, Buckley? Anyway, Buckley versus Colby Covington. Do you know who Buckley is?
No.
No?
No.
If I showed you a picture, you probably would. He kind of blew up after he did. He threw a kick in the Contender Series. Dude caught his foot, and he did a spinning back kick, knocked the guy out.
Yeah, that was Impa.
Did you do that to Impa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's who Buckley is. He's fighting Colby, and
because that's
next
what
month.
happened.
What?
That's what happened to Impa.
That must have been. Yeah, that had to have been.
Impa's by the Impa Kasaga.
Then he went to Bellator. No, he went to PFL.
PFL. He's champ PFL now.
Won $1 million.
Yeah.
in the belt.
It's so crazy, man. I rolled with Impa a long time ago when he was an amateur. He went 5-0 as an amateur. Boom, immediately turned pro. Fight. UFC. Like the dude went quick, man.
Damn.
Like so.
That's how it happens for some people, man.
He's just like, he's training with Jeff Gimo. He started at Gimo.
Yeah.
And I rolled with him up there. I was getting ready for Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds and rolled with Impa. And I was like, I put my hands on his abs, bro, as I was like shrimping and trying to pass his guard. And I was like, holy crap.
He lived in his car for a while, didn't he?
Dude's just like.
Up until he won or something like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
I had heard that.
Impa was here. If you look at our grand opening photo, he's in it. Impa's in it. Yeah. Because a bunch of dudes from Gimo came down here to train for our grand opening, because we had the coach Jeff Gimo did he taught a Muay Thai seminar. So anyways, it's just, I think that was Impa that he
might have been, yeah.
That's what happened to him, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
But that wasn't Contender Series. That was in
no.
UFC,
I thought was it? I thought maybe it was after he got in and it was his first fight in the UFC. It might have been it. I don't know why I thought it happened on the Contender Series, but
it's okay.
Say what?
I said it's okay.
But yeah, dude, it was.
I mean. Look at that, dude. He is jacked.
Yeah. So is Buckley. Buckley's jacked, too. Buckley kind of looks like a jacked Nick Cannon. Every single time I see the dude, I was like, dude, if Nick Cannon were a beast, it would be this guy. But yeah. So it was a good weekend of fights.
Yep. That was it. It was UFC.
Was it?
Yeah, but it wasn't
Their
Contender.
first fight.
It wasn't Contender Series because
It had to have
what's
been
his
Buckley's
face
first fight.
fought Contender Series first and won.
Buckley, yeah.
Impa did. Buckley beat. Let's see. That was Buckley lost to Kevin Holland his first UFC fight. His second fight was Impa.
Okay, got
Round
you.
2 back kick.
Got you.
Then he fought Jordan Wright.
That must have been during COVID, because that's when Kevin Holland.
October 10th, 2020.
Yeah, he went crazy.
No, August 8th, 2020. And then October 10th, turned around. Wow, August, September, October, bam, fought in the UFC against Impa. Turned around. So a whole nother year goes by. November 21st of 2020. So another just 1 month, fights again, wins by TKO. January 16th, 2021, loses by TKO. Then waits a little bit after that. September 2021, wins by TKO. February 2022, wins by decision. June 2022, wins by TKO. Loss. Yeah. Wow, he's had a lot of fights in the UFC, though, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's on a tear. He's on a 3-fight win streak. 5-fight win streak.
I was about to say,
in
I
the
thought it was
UFC.
5, yeah.
after a 2-fight losing streak.
Yep.
He got decision to Imavov Nasruddin Imavov, who just beat Brendan Allen. He beat Stephen Thomas by TKO.
Yep. That was his last fight.
So, wow.
I think him and Colby will be a good match, though.
Yeah.
I think so anyway. But
Finney's Hit Squad. So Finney's Hit Squad that used to be Matt Serra's place.
oh, really?
Yeah, it turned into Finney's Hit Squad because Finney used to be like one of Matt Serra's MMA coaches.
Right on. Oh, Weidman. Didn't get to see him fight this weekend.
Dude,
I felt bad for him.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
I felt bad for, like, he was ready too,
Yeah.
you know, like.
True. Yeah.
I mean, he's like, dude, come on. Like, they should try to put them on a card like ASAP, man.
They probably will, man. I mean, it is Chris Weidman, you know, dude.
Yeah.
I won't say he's a legend, but in terms of popularity,
Dude,
people know who he is.
to do what Chris Weidman has done, though, like, I mean,
is a legendary thing to
it's
do.
a legendary thing. I mean, he came to UFC after only being 3-0, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and he's worked his way up to being a champion and defended his belt, and you know,
And lost, and it's been a road back.
Been a road, dude.
But yeah, he's definitely. I don't know if people will consider him a legend of the UFC or MMA, but he's done a legendary thing by coming. Most people will just be like, all right, fuck it. Like, this is gonna take a long time to heal, especially that kind of a leg break.
Yeah.
I've fought enough. I've made some money. You know, I've made a big enough name for myself to where I can make money outside of fighting. But he's wanted to come back and do it again. So you gotta give him his flowers.
Yeah.
But yeah, good weekend of fights. I don't know who
Yeah,
fights this
Jay-Z's
weekend.
fight. Jay-Z fights.
Oh, that's right.
Friday.
No, he's boxing, right?
Boxing
yeah.
Friday.
Here in Myrtle Beach, a lot of locals are
Blue
boxing
Chip
here.
Promotions.
Yeah.
Jay-Z fights for a pro boxing match after just doing pro bare knuckle. So now he's doing pro boxing.
Yeah, I'm pissed, dude. He's doing that. It's on a Friday night, so I can't. I gotta work,
Yeah.
so I won't be able to go. But yeah, he and then turn around doing the bare knuckle thing again in February. So it's gonna be busy for him the next couple months. Any other fight news for anybody?
Nope.
No, not right now. This is pretty. You should enjoy this time.
I know, dude.
Yeah, because it's gonna come the new year again.
Yeah.
You're gonna be leaving every other weekend to corner somebody else again.
I know, dude. It's so yeah, we're working on a lot of people trying to get them all in one show. We got February 1st is coming up, you know, so we got a couple different options for February, or January. Talking to Austin as well about January maybe.
You should talk to a promoter about doing an event where it's like us versus everybody.
It's a possibility, yeah.
That'd be cool.
So we're in talks. Might do something in here in Myrtle Beach. Already in works.
Huh?
Something might already be in the works, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Trying to find a venue and stuff too. So it's coming, man. It's going to be obviously a lot of our fighters and probably other Myrtle Beach fighters, but it's good promotion.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good promotion. It's not like a crappy promotion. Very well ran, been around a while.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, you want to take us out?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for locking in with us. Appreciate you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Excuse you. And let's keep this thing growing. We're at 1,007 subscribers.
Oh, are we?
Yep, checked last night before we got going. And we're just steadily growing, man. Steadily just putting out good content and consistent content. Got the embeddeds going down. So make sure you guys go back and go and watch those because they're very interesting to watch.
I agree.
It's definitely interesting. You find out a little bit. When I used to train, I used to want to see what fighters were doing in the background.
Right.
Too, so
It's actually 1,070
1,070 what?
subscribers.
Oh. 1,070? Oh, I thought it was 1,000.
Because it has 1.07.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if it were 1.7, it'd be 1,700. So since it's 1.07, it's 170.
Very cool.
Cool, man.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out for the 1,000 subscribers.
We're getting some merch done. I know we all talk about, but we're getting a website done. We're gonna get merch done. It's gonna take us a while getting that going. You guys will be able to boom buy and stuff, and we might even sell pictures of our feet on shirts.
You can tell DK's thought about that one. We might even
might even have to.
Dude, I got a message the other day on Instagram.
Yeah. God, man.
I know you've gotten some too.
Don't do that.
I know you've gotten some too.
Yes, dude. That's not cool. Man,
you guys
don't do that. We don't even need
listen, we get it. Like, there's some of y'all that watch this, a lot of y'all that watch this, y'all got a thing for feet, and that's cool. You know, that's your thing. We have a thing for combat sports.
Yes.
All right.
That wasn't why we started this.
Please refrain from the nasty ass comments some of y'all leave. Like, nasty comments. You know,
it will be removed.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But anyways, thank you.
But yeah, thank you guys. Till next time.
Out.